What's up everybody, once again my name is Matt and welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. In the last episode we completed 4 shrines here in the Wastelands, and in this episode, well, we're gonna finish up a few more, so let's not waste any more time and jump right back into things by again teleporting to the top of Wasteland Tower. Believe it or not, there is still another shrine we can reach by gliding down from here, and like I said in the last video, it's much faster to do this than to walk, since the sand is kinda like snow in that it slows down your running speed and also eats up way more stamina. That's why anytime you can, I recommend teleporting to either a tower or another shrine that is close to where you want to go. And don't be afraid to travel to Gerudo Town and use sand seals. All the shrines in this region are pretty spread out, so using these tools will just make your time adventuring in this region a whole lot easier. Now that being said, directly in front of me is a sandstorm cloud. I do not like sandstorms at all. Mainly because they seem a little pointless. Here's how they work. When you enter a sandstorm, visibility goes down to basically nothing, and the game scrambles your minimap, making navigation harder. In fact, you can't even use fast travel once you enter a sandstorm. You'll have to leave on foot, and then you can have access to your map and fast travel again. However, if you place a pin on the map while you're in the sandstorm, you can still zoom in with the Sheikah Slate and see the beacon that the pin emits in the overworld, which kind of defeats the purpose of the entire thing. It sort of makes the sandstorms pointless in my opinion, which is why I don't really like them. I mean, in general it seems like a cool concept, but I think they just went about implementing it the wrong way, especially for some of the shrines, because there's one shrine where the whole point is to follow these statues, and the statues point you in the direction of the shrine, whereas the shrine that we're currently going to, and one that we'll get to later on, there's pretty much no indication that there's a shrine here, other than the fact that you can kind of spot this one sometimes from the Wasteland Tower. So yeah, you just have to wander around, and I mean, your Sheikah sensor does alert you, but yeah, look, the second you enter the sandstorm, your map is scrambled, Sheikah sensor goes off, and the only way I know I'm going towards the shrine is because I saw it a couple of seconds ago. And thankfully, you can still kind of see the glow even when you're in the sandstorm. But here we are finally at this shrine. Now, as far as I know, sandstorms are permanent until after you clear the shrine itself. So once we go through here, you'll see, we'll leave, we'll have access to our map, our Sheikah sensor, fast travel, all that jazz. The sandstorm will be gone permanently, and we won't need to worry about it around this particular shrine. There will still be other sandstorms that we'll need to go through. Anyways, this is the electric path. Like I said in the previous videos, a lot of the shrines in the Wasteland sort of share a similar theme around electricity, so I think all the shrines that I plan on going through in today's video, all have something to do with electricity to some degree, which, you know what, I'm kind of okay with. I've already expressed that I do like these shrines a lot, and I think the puzzles are pretty clever, so we're gonna grab this generator, but obviously we still need to use it to move this platform back to the other side. So what you want to do is hold it above this metallic bar with magnesis, and thankfully that will still power this entire platform, so we can go back to where we started from. Now let's just take this with us and go up this conveniently placed ramp. That way we can use the generator to activate this elevator. But we don't want to go all the way up just yet, because if we stop right here on the first floor, I guess you could say, we can get ourselves a chest that contains a moonlight scimitar. Not bad, I'll take it. There's some guardians over there. They sound a little bit like spiders, but they're not going to bother us until, we reach the second floor. So up we go, and there we go. Not too far up, honestly, but at least we made it. Now, one cool thing you can do with this generator is if you just toss it over this area, those guardians are on a metallic platform. So if you add electricity to metal, obviously it's conductive, and that kills both the guardians for you right off the bat. Anyways, inside this chest we have ourselves a ancient core, not bad, that could come in handy later on. Let's actually move this thing off the metal because, yeah, if you walk too close to it, you will get electrocuted yourself, so better to be safe than sorry. Alright, let's grab all these ancient materials. You can come with me again. I think there is a shortcut that we can make in this shrine as well. Not really sure how useful it's going to be, but might as well go and do it while we're here. So, I believe if we hit this switch, it will activate sort of a platform that goes up and down that would take us back over to where, like, we originally picked up the generator. So maybe if you dropped it or it, like, falls or something, I don't know, you can go back and, like, get another one. Not too sure why that's there, but I'm assuming that's probably what they had in mind. Alright, so we're almost done with the shrine. Let's just ride this elevator all the way up to the top. Make sure you bring the generator with you because you will need it to reach the altar. Once we get to the top, though, we should see like a permanent node where we can place this thing down. So, bada bing, bada boom. It's going to send power coursing all the way down to the other side and activate that platform, which will take us directly to the altar. Now, there is a chest there. Getting that chest is kind of annoying, so I'm probably not going to. It involves, like, riding this platform back and forth, which is really not too fun, and it takes a bunch of time, so it's not really worth it to get that chest. But, if you do want to get it, what you have to do is pretty much have this thing take you all the way to the end, and then, because we're moving this metallic block now, to pass by, you'll have to move it back, ride the platform to about here, jump over to where the chest is, grab it, and then you can open it up, no problem. But, yeah, I'm not going to bother doing all that. So instead, let's just talk to the monk and get out of here. Not too bad for our first shrine. I like that one, man. Then again, I like all the shrines dealing with circuitry and electricity. To me, they're just some of the most fun puzzles, and I'll stop mentioning that because I feel like a broken record. Like, I've probably said that like a million times between the last two videos, so I do apologize. But, now that we're done with that, we're gonna make our way to the next shrine, which I believe is also in a sandstorm. But, this particular shrine, if you start from Gerudo City, you should see like a statue that's holding a sword, and it's pointing you in the direction of the shrine. So it's kind of like the Desert Colossus in that way, that you're supposed to follow these statues all the way to the shrine by looking at which direction the sword is facing. Now notice I said supposed to. There's a much easier and faster way to get to this shrine. So yeah, just teleport over to Gerudo Tower. Thankfully, since I did place a pin on the map, I know exactly which direction I need to glide in. And essentially what we're going to do is jump off the tower, glide in the direction of that shrine, and we should actually be able to reach it just from, like, the mountains around where we are without needing to follow those statues. Because look at how big that, like, sandstorm is. You'd be walking through that entire thing, going through statue after statue after statue, whereas with this method you can sort of just glide directly over the shrine, drop down onto it, and go in from there. So personally, I find this the better way to do it. You don't really miss out on anything per se, it's just saving you a lot of time and headache from walking through the sandstorm. Now, one thing I probably should mention is that I personally find it a little bit easier to navigate through the sandstorms during the night. That might not be the case for everybody, but I think the added contrast makes it easier to spot larger objects during a sandstorm. So right now is kind of like the perfect time to do it. Although I do know some people who prefer to go do it in the day and they find it easier that way, but it's really up to you for personal preference. Alright, so hopefully Revali's Gale gives us a little more height and we'll be able to glide directly where the shrine is. I sort of messed up my jump off the tower, which is why I needed the extra height from Revali's Gale, but I think we should be fine now. I mean, I could jump down again and use Revali's Gale on this cliffside, but I don't think I need to. I think I'll be okay. And yeah, our Sheikah sensor is already alerting us that we're close to a shrine. But that's going to go away the second we enter this area. So I can see the glow from the shrine, like very faintly. I just saw it. So we're definitely going in the right direction. I know it's sort of under a giant skeleton in this area, which I can just barely make out the silhouette of. And there we go. We found the shrine. So wasn't that a lot easier than following some stupid statues, guys? Holy crud, I can't even imagine how long that would have taken us if we did it like the normal intended method. Now that we're here though, let's go inside. And I know I've said this like a billion times as well, but I love the fact that this game lets you approach things from tons of different angles. Like, it does make each and every playthrough unique, which is something I think Zelda needed for a long time. Alright, so this is a delayed puzzle. Actually, this shrine is super simple. All you want to do, stand up here, grab stasis, look towards the sky, and try and place your cursor like right where the ball is flying over, because you want to sort of freeze it in midair. That way we can knock it down from its intended path. So now that it's frozen, a couple arrows should do the trick. It should fall directly down. Yeah, there we go. Now that we have this, well, the shrine's basically done. Not even lying, like, it's super simple. Real quick, though, I believe there is a chest over here that we can pick up. So if we just attach this generator to the node right up on that ledge, the door will open, and now we can see what's inside. So we're going to get ourselves another moonlight scimitar. Not bad. I have a feeling we will be seeing a lot of those as we go through this region. Now that that is done, though, really, all we have to do, attach this to the node, gate opens, and now we can just go talk to the monk. So much for a delayed puzzle, because we did that one pretty quickly, right, guys? Oh, yeah. Totally got him there. Take that, game. Alright, so those were like the easy shrines. The next one is probably going to be the hardest to get to, hardest to find, and maybe hardest to complete. I don't really know. I kind of forgot what the next shrine actually is. But it's located way out there, like almost on the edge of the map. So it's going to take us a while to get there, and of course, like all the other shrines that we've gone through in this video, it's in the middle of a sandstorm. Isn't that just wonderful? It is like daybreak too, so navigating the sandstorm might be a little bit harder for me. But yeah, we're going to start by traveling over to Gerudo City. We're not going to enter the city, I just want to grab a sand seal because there is no way in heck that I am walking all the way across the desert to where that yellow pin on our map was. That is like way too far away. It would take ages to get out there without a sand seal. So trust me, you're going to want to get one. Now, there are two different ways you can get sand seals near Gerudo City. You can go inside and actually pay 20 rupees and talk to one of the Gerudo ladies. She'll give you one and then you're just like good to go. Or, of course, you can sneak around outside and just like take one because there's always 3 hanging around the entrance over here. So I'm not really sure why you would ever want to pay for one, other than maybe the convenience of not having to sneak up on a sand seal, but come on, is it really all that inconvenient? And you do save 20 rupees, so I don't know, I prefer sneaking up on them. It doesn't really take too long, and you probably could do this easier if you had the Sheikah armor set, or maybe even used a stealth potion. Although using a stealth potion might be kind of overkill. Then again, I don't think I've really used stealth potions at all during this playthrough. Maybe once I did, like early on. Otherwise, though, I really don't think I ever use anything in terms of like stealth enhancement, because anything that does require a stealth enhancement you can still do without it most of the time. So yeah, it's really not that beneficial, I would say, and certainly not worth buying like the Sheikah armor set. I probably will buy it eventually just to, you know, have it on me, but I would prefer to like use food or elixirs that give you the same effects, since, one, you don't need it all the time anyways, and two, usually, like, the materials required to make a meal or an elixir are pretty easy to come by, and they don't cost, like, thousands of rupees just to buy. That being said, the giant sandstorm directly in front of us, well, you guessed it, that's exactly where we're going. Somewhere in the heart of that sandstorm is the next shrine, as well as something else that I'm sure you guys are going to look forward to once we actually see it. But, yeah, there goes our map and navigation. And, of course, now it's just a lot harder to see. See, during the day, like, it's harder to see the silhouettes of, like, various different objects. I think there is, like, a ridge and a hill in front of me. If we go over that, we should start to see the outline of a giant skeleton. That's kind of what we're looking for. So, hopefully, yeah, there it is. You can just barely make it out during the day. But trust me, once you find this area, you're in the right spot. Because guess what? Here's a shrine, and also the bud of the final Great Fairy Fountain. We'll go and deal with the Great Fairy in just a moment. For now, let's go and open up this shrine and take care of it. Now, at this point, if you are on the 4th Great Fairy, make sure you have a ton of rupees. If you don't, go look on my channel for the rupee farming video. I show off like 3 different methods you can use to get some money. You'll need 10,000 rupees, so make sure you have at least that. It's only for the final Great Fairy, though. Like, if this is your 2nd or your 3rd, you probably don't need that much. Alright, so the current solution. Nice pun there in the title of this shrine. But, yeah, again, deals with more electricity. This one's actually kind of fun, too, because there's sort of a mechanical element to it in the gears, which, again, kind of a huge fan of, but, you know, whatever. And wow, I like how that turned off, after it opened. I guess that works out then. Alright, this one is tangled around this pillar, so let's untangle that real quick, and then we're going to attach it to this node over here, but let's actually stand on top of the elevator first, then we'll attach it to the node. And, can you just, like, stay in the little tiny square, please? Thank you, jeez. Alright, and I like how I just went back down there because I was still in the cutscene. Alright. What? How did you move? How did you move? Just get back there. Okay, seriously? Wait. Alright, you know, whatever. It was still attached. It works. Alright, now that we're up here, though, let's just freaking kill all these guardians from, far away. I like how they're scrambling, like, looking at each other as they explode. Alright, that was pretty easy. And, down here is a chest, so let's pull that up and see what's inside. An ancient core, not bad, not bad. So, like, this entire bridge section and those platforms, they're all traps. I guess they expected you to carry the orb, but if you use magnesis and just lift it up, you don't have to worry about the traps at all. If you do, activate one of those nodes, it will actually send the platform, no, come back! It sends the platform up, launches you into the water below, so, yeah, just don't do that, trust me. And can I grab you? There we go. Sweet. Yeah, I do want to very briefly attach the generator to this node up here because it opens up the way to, like, this secret passage, and I believe there is a chest that I can grab in there. So, let's do that real quick and see what's inside chest number 2. It's a golden rupee, not bad, I'll take that, especially since we're about to spend a ton of our rupees. Thankfully, at this point, we're sort of at the, section of the game where money shouldn't really be that important to us, and even if it is, I can just, you know, go farm for more later on. But yeah, let's place the generator there on that node. Obviously, we're missing a gear, so let's go and find it. It's behind that locked door, which we need to open up, and we can do so pretty easily by solving this puzzle. So first things first, let's grab stasis, cast it on this middle block, then activate the switch to tilt everything back, use magnesis on this double block, place it right over here, that way you cover the middle and right side. Your goal is to line up those 3 nodes, that way power flows through them all and unlocks the door. And Why did you bounce up? Alright then. Did the physics engine just, like, break for the shrine? I swear. Alright, how come the middle one didn't slide down now? Alright. Go all the way back. And now slide down. This better freaking work, I swear. There you go. I have no idea why it, like, didn't work the first time. But finally, the doors have unlocked. There's our gear. And also, underneath said gear is another treasure chest. So you go over there for a second. And I'm going to open this puppy up. And inside, we're going to get a sapphire. Sweet. Haven't seen one of those in a while, actually. So that's pretty nice. And those will come in handy for, leveling up some of our armor. Anyways, we place the gear there, and ta-da! We're done. I like how the gear isn't even connected to the one on the right, but somehow it still works. Whatever, man. Whatever. Finally, we are done with this shrine. You know what that means? Well, it means we get ourselves another spirit orb, but more importantly, it means that we can go and activate the final Great Fairies Fountain. And of course, that's going to give us access to upgrading our armor to the maximum, which we probably can't even do yet, but at least the option will be available to us when we get to that point. So I'm looking forward to that. Like, I want to have at least one fully upgraded set of clothing before I go and take on the final boss, whether that be the Champion's Tunic and whatever, or even one of the amiibo armor sets like the Tunic of the Sky. We'll see. Anyways, let's talk to the Great Fairy. Boy. Sweet boy. Please, listen to my story. Alright, sure. I am the Great Fairy Terra. This place was once a beautiful spring. But as time passed, fewer and fewer travelers arrived to offer me rupees. As a result, my power has abandoned me. I am nearly powerless now, so I beg your help. I need rupees to become whole again. All I need is 10,000 rupees. Once my power has been restored, I can help you do great things, boy. Now, if you have rupees, hand them over to me, quickly! In order for me to regain my power, I need 10,000 rupees. Alright, fine, here you go. That hurt the wallet. Ah, jeez. Thank you, you are too kind. Ah, the power. It's overflowing. And the final Great Fairy looks like a clown. And I hate clowns. Ah, well, hello there.
Huh?
I am the Great Earth Fairy, Terra. I am the oldest of the four sisters. I have been watching your activities from inside my butt all this time. And haven't you been busy swinging that sword around adventuring? I'm not just making wild assumptions, you know. I truly do see all. I'll prove it right now. I'll predict what you are thinking right at this moment. You're probably thinking, can't we just skip to the part where she enhances my clothing, right? Actually, yes. Looks like I hit the mark, What an impatient person. Why don't you show me the clothing you want to have enhanced? Depending on what materials you have on hand, I should be able to enhance your clothing, but it all depends. With the power available to me, I can enhance your clothing to the max. Alright, so I really don't want to enhance anything right now anyways, considering our options are exactly the same as they were the last time we talked to the Great Fairy, so yeah, I'll have to pass for now. Aw, well, that's just a shame. Well then, I'm headed home. Take care. Alright, goodbye, Miss Great Fairy. So now we have all four of them activated, and whenever we want to, we can go and upgrade our stuff. For now though, let's actually head back to Gerudo City. There's a couple of small things I'd like to do before we end off this video. Nothing too important, but you know, we have like, what, 18 spirit orbs, so yeah, we might as well trade those in while we're here. Plus, Gerudo City does have a lot of like really small, quick side quests that we can take care of, so I may want to do a couple of those in between like the next batch of shrines. We'll see. We'll see. Alright, crap. I will need to swap into my Gerudo armor set again. I really wish the game would just like let you go in there after you complete the Divine Beast without needing to do this, but there we go. The goddess statue for Gerudo City is actually in a rather strange area. It's over here towards the left, and this is actually where you would go if you wanted to rent a sand seal for 20 rupees, like you talked to that Gerudo lady right there. But, yeah, the goddess statue right over here. So, let's see. I believe we can do 4 upgrades, actually. So, let's put those all into heart containers. Oh, man. We're going to be 1 off from our full, like, row of hearts. Dang, we need, like, what, 2 more shrines then to fill up the meter? I could totally do 2 more shrines. Well, not in this video, of course, because it's getting a little bit late. But, there's definitely 2 easy shrines that I could do in this region towards, like, the southeast, I think. So I may do that in the next video. We'll see, guys. We'll see. For now, though, let's just get another heart container, and we'll be 1 away from having the full 30. Can't believe we have 29 heart containers. That is freaking nuts, dude. Alright, so now that we're done with that, yeah, you know what, I don't really think we're gonna have time to do, like, any of the side quests here in town. So we'll probably start doing those within the next couple of videos, but I'm gonna end things off here. So, if you guys enjoyed this part, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more of my videos, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.